Hey y'all, good morning. What's up? It is your girl Chrissy, and I am back with another inspirational video finally. I know y'all been waiting. So here it is. I made it to Denver, as y'all can see, and so far it is really nice. And I just thank God for these types of opportunities that, I have and that I can experience with my mom. So, without further ado, you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and get straight into this video. So let's go. All right, y'all. Got my water on deck right now. Um, so I wanted to come to y'all today with another topic that I have, and this topic is one of the topics that sorry y'all, it's one of the topics that was recommended to me. And this topic is love versus lust. And at first when I was asked to do this topic, I was like, I don't know, because it's not hard to talk about, but I figured it was going to be hard for me because it's something that I've been through in my life. But I was like, then that should make it easy because you've been through this, so I can shed some light to you guys and kind of let y'all know what to do in this type of situation. And God was able to pull me out of this situation, so I know that if this is something you guys are going through or have been through, I know that He did the same and can do the same for y'all. So love versus lust it is. Um, Also, to let y'all know, there is a time difference over here. In Denver, we're 2 hours behind you guys in Georgia. So, or whatever you may be watching this, it may be the same time, but in Georgia, we're 2 hours behind y'all. So right now, it is 9:57. It is 11:57 there. So, when I upload this here, it's gonna get uploaded later than it would if I was there. So, anyways, also, if y'all could tell, I really just woke up not too long ago, but I washed my face and everything. But I was like, I just gotta do a video for y'all. So yes, I got on my bunny, I got on my blanket, but it's cool. Y'all my K fam, so y'all should be able to take me however I am. So anyways, y'all, um, of course I had to prepare for this topic. So I went ahead and researched just some things that kind of guide me and help me with this. So first and foremost, love versus lust. I know a lot of people struggle with this, and I know nowadays in this society, it seems that lust is really taking over with women and men, and I'm seeing it a lot in women, unfortunately, that we're coming off real strong towards a man, and we're just really forcing ourselves on a guy, really just lusting and not really focused on the right things. And I would suspect that in guys, I'm gonna say it's equal. I'm gonna say it's equal. A lot of people may not agree with me, but I'm gonna say it's equal. I think it goes both ways. Men and women, we struggle with lust. We just want a quickie, and that's all we want as far as the relationship. We don't want love. We don't want to find out who this person is. We don't want to get to know them. We strictly just want to have sex throughout the whole entire relationship. And me personally, I have been in that relationship. My previous video where I was talking about how I was abused. With him, I actually stayed with him. That was another reason why I stayed with him, because I was listening a lot. And excuse me when I say this, but we did, have intercourse a lot. And that was one of the things that kept me there, because he looked good to me, and that was another good thing within our relationship. Now, it's bad to say that I stayed with somebody because of sex, but that's why I'm coming to y'all with this today, because like I told y'all, the type of relationship I was in, I should have left a long time ago. But there were so many reasons why I felt I should stay. And there were so many things that were negative in that relationship that I felt were positive. So lusting was one of the negatives in that relationship. And that's one of the big negatives that I see today. A lot of lust and just not people who are truly wanting something special and wanting something that's built off of God, because we all know that God would not approve of lusting. I mean, that's something that he's against. So we just have to think about stuff like that. And I'm not saying you can't have a good time with your partner, but I do feel that we should wait for stuff like that when it comes to sex. And don't get me wrong, I'm human. You know, I sometimes be like, oh my gosh, I would just like for that to happen. But it's okay to wait for something like that. And I would suggest you guys wait till you find that special person that you can share that with. For my young people out there, if you haven't had intercourse before with a person, if you have not had sex with a man before, I suggest that you wait till you find that one until it's right, and when God approves, and when really you guys are married and are really one. So I found something here, and this is Lust versus Love, 10 signs you're feeling lust and not love. And we really just gonna hop right into those 10 things. So it says here, when you're lusting, number one, every aspect of the relationship revolves around sex. And that's very true. Like when I was with my ex-boyfriend, literally we would fight, intense fighting. We would fight. And then the next thing you know, that's what we're doing. And so it says, when your relationship is built on lust, your primary motivation for sticking with that person is to have sex. That means that everything you do, all the sweet and romantic things you give away, has an ulterior motive that will lead toward the bedroom. And us as women and men, we have to watch out for that, because there are so many people in the world that will just say things. Like, I'll take a guy for example, because I'm a girl. So I have met guys in my past, and they will strictly try to talk to me just to have sex, and they'll say all the right things. They'll say, oh, you're so beautiful, and I'm looking for a girl that's this and that's that, and that really just will love me and all this stuff. And they'll even tell you, I want to love you, and I want to show you that I can be the one. You really have to watch out for those type of situations, because a man and a woman will say anything just to get you in the bedroom. And if that is the case, turn away, turn to God, and allow God to send you the person that you can truly connect with and truly be on a deeper level with than just sex. Because sex is really not a good thing. If you want to just keep it 100, sex is so dangerous, because there's so many diseases and things out here that you can get if you're not careful. So sex can really wait. It can wait, you guys, because you're risking a lot as far as catching something, as far as falling for someone who really doesn't care about you. There's so much you can risk from having sex. So if you can wait, and just be careful, who you encounter as far as a man or woman. Don't listen to everything a person tells you, because a lie is almost like a truth. A lie can sound so much like the truth, and it's a lie. So you have to be careful of that, you guys. You really do. Now it says that true love is different. When you love someone, people value moments and experiences they share, even if they are mundane and boring to most. And that's really something that you should look for when you try to get to know a person, or when you're wanting love in a relationship. If the person that you talk to, all they talk about is, are you a freak? Do you do this? Or they really talk about your assets. Like, they always talk about what looks good on you. Oh, I like how your butt looks, or I like how this looks, and whatnot. And they're not really talking about, oh, the way you smile is just so beautiful, or the way you just tell me about yourself, the way your personality is, the way you carry yourself as a woman. If they don't talk about things like that, Or if you guys can't just, I don't know, just talk about things that you've been through, things that you know, aspire to do when you get older, things that you want to accomplish. If you can't talk about things like that with the person, and they always talk about what they like on you as far as your body and the physical assets, then 9 times out of 10, you guys, that person only wants one thing from you, and you need to draw away from that, because those type of people, they can pull you in. Trust me, I have been there. Those type of people can pull you in and make you think that you are beautiful, that they love everything about you, when really they don't love everything about you, because they don't even know everything about you, because they haven't tried to know everything about you. They've only tried to know the physical assets and what you can do in the bedroom and how you can please them in that way. They haven't tried to get to know you in any other way. So you have to be careful of that. And that's another thing. Don't tell everybody your business. Like, you have to be cautious of people nowadays, because people will put you out. And that's another thing with lust, especially with guys and with girls too, because I don't want to make this just guys, with women too. People are so naive nowadays that they will get you in the bedroom. They will get you to send them pictures. They will get you to do all of this stuff. And the next thing you know, because they were only lusting and they only have one motive, they will put you out there, because they are just that naive and that spiteful. And you have to be careful of that. And I feel like that's what God is trying to teach us, that there are some really dirty people out here in the world. And those type of people, they have the mindset that, you know, I want what I want, and I don't care what you want or what you get out of this, because I have one motive, and that's to get you in this bedroom and to do what I want to do with you. And if you allow them to do that, you're settling. You're allowing someone to take your values away from you that you originally had, and just use you and abuse you. And you don't want to be that person. So be careful not to lust along with the person that's lusting with you, because they can take you through something that you don't want to go through, guys. Leading on to number 2, it says, like I just said, lust tends to focus on physical attraction. When you're in lust, you have this mindset that looking good is a paramount. And oh my gosh, I struggle with this. Like back when I was younger, I was like, oh, this guy looks so good. Oh my gosh. And I would start talking to this guy, and this guy looked so good and thought he looked so good that he only wanted one thing. He was like, oh, okay, so you really think I look good? Oh, so you must go, you know how men are. For my women out there, you know how women are. Oh, so you think I look good, so you must gonna do this and do that with me. And that is so terrible to me, because it's like, well, although you do look good, I want to get to know you in a deeper level. Like, I don't want to get to know you on just a sexual level. And I was young, so I'm just like, we don't even know what sex is. So it's just crazy to me. But anyways, it says, as a result, you dress to the nines. You try really hard to keep in shape and step out of your house looking like you jumped out of a centerfold. And it says, why, you ask? Because you want sex. For people in lust, looking their best is the way to remain attractive to the other person. You guys, and I'm about to get on my women right now. I'm really about to get on my women right now. I'm sorry, ladies, but there are so many girls out here. And number one, when I see these type of girls, type of women, I say they're insecure. They have to be. And they are looking for one thing. There are so many women out here who dress so skimpy. Excuse me, y'all, but it's true. They dress so skimpy. They're out here wearing shorts where their butt cheeks are hanging out. They're wearing shirts where their boobs are out. You know, everything is just showing. You get the picture. And I look at those girls and I just feel for them, because one, like I said, you're insecure. Number two, you're looking for attention, and you're looking for the wrong attention at that. And sometimes girls that dress like that, they don't even want, that type of attention where I just want the guy to sleep with me. They're looking for love. And it's just like, you have to be careful how you come across. That has to, in your, what you wear, it really shouldn't matter. But when you're dressed like that, you're gonna get the wrong attention. So ladies, I'm not telling you to cover yourself up, like wear long sleeve shirts all the time, but dress how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself as a woman, as a classy woman, as someone who likes to be cute, who likes to dress pretty, carry yourself. If you carry yourself that way, dress that way. Now, if you carry yourself as a person who just likes to show it all and wants men to just be falling on the ground, slobbering over them, hey, you do you. But at the end of the day, understand that these men are going to take advantage of you because you're allowing them to do so just by how you're dressing. You're allowing them to look at you as, excuse my language, but as a slut. And if you know you're not a slut, don't dress in that way. If you believe in God, dress as a woman of God. Like I said, I'm not telling you to wear long sleeve and just cover your whole body, because I don't dress like that. But I dress how I carry myself. And I carry myself as a woman. I carry myself as a woman of God. So I know that I don't have to dress skimpy and with my body out to get attention from a man. Because if a man loves you, and that's what it says here, love, on the other hand, doesn't care if you go out wearing your old college shirt or a pair of daddy trousers. For people in love, it is the person inside the clothes who truly matters. So, sometimes I may go to a store and I may have on a t-shirt and some sweatpants, and I may even have my bonnet on. And y'all, my mama hates when I go out. My mama hates when I go out in public with my bonnet on. But it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't dress like that on a regular basis. Like, for people who know me personally, y'all already know how I rock. So I don't dress like that on a regular basis. But if I was looking for a guy and I was dressing like me, who I am, I was being who I am. If a guy saw me and came up to me and started talking to me, and I would ask him, I would be like, well, I had on the craziest outfit that day. And if that guy tells you, but that didn't matter to me, you were just beautiful. You just had this thing and it just caught my eye. More than likely, that's the guy who likes you for you. He doesn't like you because you came out the house all dressed up. He doesn't like you because you felt like you had to show everything. He wasn't worried about your your physical assets. He just truly saw a woman and he wanted to get to know that woman. So ladies, you have to be careful how you dress sometimes, as far as, because I don't want to say like be careful how you dress, because dress how you want to dress, but I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. Like, how you dress sometimes can determine what you attract. Because my mom used to tell me that all the time. If you walk out here dressed in booty shorts and a shirt with your boobs out, then you're gonna attract, more than likely, a scum. You're gonna attract a guy who only wants one thing from you. And you can't, I feel like, don't get mad about that, because you knew when you came out of that house what you had on. And you know that there are some men out here that's all they want to see. And they DTF. They feel like you're DTF. And if y'all know what DTF means, you know what I'm talking about. So you just have to be careful. Carry yourself how you would want your child to carry herself. Like, for women, if you had a little girl, how would you want your little girl to carry herself? That's how you should think, especially if you're like my age, like if you're like 20 something or even older or even younger. Carry yourself how you would want your child to carry themselves. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so number 3, let's see, I may not want to read number 3. Let's see. Number four, yes, I'm going to read number four. When it comes to lusting, you do not have a friendship stage. Very important. Very important. Most people in romantic relationships started out as friends. So, most people that really wanted to get to know you, they were friends. They were like, well, let's be friends. We're not just going to rush into this because I really want to get to know you. So, they start out as friends. More than likely, I'm not going to say this happens all the time with people who lust, but majority of the time, when it is a lustful relationship, you skip the friendship stage and brought it straight to the bedroom. And they have here too. Yes, it happens. You don't become friends. They're not saying all the time, and I'm not saying all the time, but majority of the time, you skip the friendship stage and you go straight to the bedroom. What both of you may want, what this person may want. So, friendship is the stepping stone into a deeper relationship. It tests your compatibility and it allows you to get to know each other, and even takes you to difficult moments where you can come out stronger. This type of relationship becomes the foundation of romantic love. So that's important to me because I know when I try to get a relationship with somebody, I try to start out as friends. I say we talk, but we're not together. We're just friends. We're just getting to know each other on a deeper level as far as our personalities, what we like to do, what we've been through, things like that. Just seeing, who this person really is. Because that leads me to number five. I'm sorry. Um, Yes, that leads me to number five, where it says you don't really know the person. So when you are in a lust relationship, 9 times out of 10, you don't know who this person is. You just know what they can offer you in the bedroom. And I just can't believe some people, you know, are okay with that. But I guess I can't because that used to be me. And I'm not judging the people who are in a lustful relationship because that's what you want to do. But I just pray that if you are that person, that you're careful and that you understand that lustful relationships don't last forever and they're more than likely not going to work. Now, some people probably beg to differ. Some people say, well, I'm in a lustful relationship where we only want sex and we're still good. You may be, but you have to understand when you start having sex, this is just the truth. This is what I've been through. I don't know about nobody else, but when you start having sex with a person, that's a whole nother level. And you are going to fall deeper for that person just because you slept with them. I believe that because that was me. So I'm just telling y'all, be careful and know the difference between a love relationship and a lust relationship. A lust relationship, you won't truly know who the person is. You won't know. Jesus, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, you won't know who the person is. They won't know you. They will only be focused on your physical assets, not who you are. Things like that. That's lusting. A person who doesn't care. They want to see your butt. They want to see your boobs. They want you to show them that so they can be like, oh yeah, she's DTF. But I'm going to just go ahead and cut it here because I don't want y'all to be like, okay, Chris, this is way too long. But I just want y'all to understand that a lust relationship is not going to be what you think it's going to be. Just because each of you are, look good and you feel like I got somebody that look good, doesn't mean that relationship, excuse me, y'all, my head is itching. Okay, but yeah, just because both of you look good to each other and you both have, I don't know, great sex, that does not mean that your relationship is going to last. And first of all, if that relationship if you are a Christian, if that relationship is not built upon God, if your foundation is not God throughout that relationship, more than likely it's not going to work anyways, because when you go into a relationship, you should always count on God to lead you in that relationship. And he's going to determine anyways whether it's a good relationship or not. But you should always let God lead you. And God, unfortunately, he does not approve of us lusting, you guys. I have gotten to the point now when it comes to relationships with me anyways, I wait on God. I don't rush anymore. I don't try to just find somebody. I really take my time and allow God to lead people to me, or let him lead me to someone. Because when we try to go into things by ourselves, like, we can end up in some of the worst situations, y'all, as y'all can see, as from what I told y'all anyway. So, and I had to learn that the hard way. Because God was trying to tell me the whole time, let me send you who I have for you. And once I let him send me who he had for me, things got better. And things will get better for y'all too. You just have to be patient and understand that it doesn't take sex to make you feel beautiful. Or it shouldn't take that to make you feel that you're beautiful. You're beautiful without sex. You're beautiful without showing your body off. Remember what they said. If a person loves you, man or woman, they take you for who you are and not for who you try to be. They take you for who you are and for who God wants you to be. And they understand that you have flaws, but you can work on those flaws together. And that's nothing. Find you somebody that can build you up, not tear you down or have you out here looking crazy. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're in a lustful relationship, that person don't care what you wear as far as having your body showing off. They don't care enough to tell you, baby, you don't have to do that. Just be you. And a lot of that has to do with insecurity sometimes. Like, some of us are just so insecure to the point where we don't know what to do, and we just doing anything. We're doing anything. We're dressing any kind of way. We're falling for any person. And I have been there, y'all. So I understand what you're going through. And I know it's hard, And I know that sometimes lust can be a trap. But that's where we come in. And that's where we allow God to guide us in the right direction. And y'all can do it. Oops. Sorry, y'all, but y'all can do it. And I believe y'all can do it. And I know that we all will succeed. So just keep praying and keep asking God to be with you in those types of situations. Or if you do come upon someone that just only wants you for one thing, ask God to remove you as soon as that person comes. And he'll send you something better. Don't worry. All right, y'all. But anyways, I just wanted to come to y'all real quick and talk about that. This video may not be the best, but as I always tell y'all, we are a family. Y'all are my K-fam. And I just want y'all to grow with me and just keep supporting me during this whole thing. I know I look rough. I'm all bundled up or whatever, but the channel is growing, and I know it's going to keep growing with God. And I just ask that y'all keep praying for me as I pray for y'all during this process, and it'll all get better. So yeah, I enjoyed this video overall, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Also, remember to tell a friend to like and subscribe to my channel, y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Faithful, don't cheat. Let me handcuff her to the bed like police. Too real.